get black smoke with this one when the detector burns.
That's true.
43 degrees. Room 2 is still quite cool. 43 degrees. Everything's about 45 degrees in the whole house right now. So we got this baby cranking a little bit.
I think it's gonna be
Automatic alarm.
Yeah.
Possible?
What's that?
Well, more than normal.
That's the food they burned at the group home tonight.
Might be a little worse now.
There's actually a good dinner in that one. Italian sausages.
This is our chicken wing.
French fries.
Where the cookies?
Pot,
So we got
no,
fire coming out of 2.
pot of corn on the stove.
And we're sampling in the back of the room, and it's still only 43 degrees in the back of the room. So those gases are coming right around. They're going right out that window. Let's make it breathe only for 2.
Can't take you anywhere, dude.
See that smoke coming out of there? Again, this goes back to that theory, right? These are gas fires. I can completely close off 1, and it'll breathe through 2. Okay? It's a cold, low pressure zone. Those gases are coming off of the original fire set, coming through that wall, and rolling out here. Is room 2 really on fire?
no.
Not really, right? Not yet. The handle on 4 is on fire. Yeah.
Right.
You're still not even remotely close. Interestingly enough, you can actually see, so there's bidirectional flow going on out of this window, but also in the window between room 2 and room 1. All right, the fire is being pulled back into room 1 through that window so that it can breathe. Do a little bit, crack it open a little bit on 1. It's not quite rolling yet.
Swelled up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, a little more. Give her breathing again. There you go.
I think that would have been removed by now.
PPV fan.
Yeah.
Little mini.
Notice I said removed.
You know, the only people in the world that hate smoke.
All right, we gotta let it get heated up again. We kind of choked it out a little too soon. But again, that's the difference between an early on fire and a late stage fire. Okay, how fast it can come back, how fast it can develop. All right, it was just about out, and we're back already. Okay, and I don't know, under 2 minutes, and we're right back to the same intensity we were at before. All right, once you start heating things up.
Feels nice.
You guys see those gases moving from 1 to 2? Alright, let me close off 2. Now we're all on 1. What happens if I open up 3? What do we expect to see?
Pretty much.
A little slow.
Here, can I see that? Thank you. Keep it on my hand. Not much, right? Because there's not much going on, right? We're still only 43 degrees. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. If I open up the stairway from 2 to 3, though, what should we expect to see out of 3?
Whoa.
Quick.
Did that backdraft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Impressive. Will this smoke burn?
Yeah.
Awesome. There we go.
There it goes.
Did it on its own.
Again, it's burning outside. It's not burning in the room right now. Right now, there's nothing on fire in the room. Let's cool down that 4 door, would you? For that.
2.5.
Yeah. He's not doing it. See that smoke chugging out of there, though? So even though there's no fire between 1 and 3 right now, because this smoke is making it through there, what's the energy transfer going on in that hallway, right? Or that stairway or that room, right? For some reason, we are not reading properly. Yeah, I wonder. There we go. That's better. Yeah. Room 2 is 921 degrees. 43 didn't sound right. No longer 43. Room 3 is 654. Okay. The attic is 40. No, the attic is 75 degrees right now. Okay?
Is there a hole between the attic and second floor?
Not currently. There is, but
Okay,
I've got to
you gotta
close.
open
What's room 4? Is there a probe in there?
Yeah, 4 is the attic.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm sorry. 4 is the closed off room.
Is there a temp sensor in there or no?
There is. That one is 76 degrees right now. So we got 900 degrees here, 700 degrees here, and 70 in number 4.
And we're 7 minutes into the fire.
Okay. So now, still,
There's no siding on this.
the flow path. All right, we don't want it to go completely. I'll give it a little bit. The flow path from 1 to 3 is still open, so the opening is still here. Okay. We're at 802, 603, and now let's see what happens when we open up. We let gases into the attic. Let's see what happens there.
Drafted.
We start seeing smoke pushing out of the attic. Oh yeah.
And
Will that smoke burn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should.
It won't self-sustain just yet because it's rising up there. It's only 165 degrees in the attic right now. Okay.
there goes our detector.
I'm trying to kill
So
it.
close.
You got it pushing out the eaves on your side?
What's that?
Yeah.
You got it pushing out the
Yeah.
eaves on your side? I got it
Oh,
over
yeah.
here.
Yeah, it's pushing out along here, right? And it's chugging out this front hole, the gable end. Is there no, sometimes you put the gable end on the back, but there's not one this time.
You got a working fire?
All right, that smoke now will burn. We're probably auto-exposed. Yep.
Yep.
Here we go.
Right on cue.
We're at 300 in the attic. Room 2 is 883. And room 3 is 646.
What's the attic now?
And room 1 is
The attic is 336.
And room 4?
Room 4 is 86 degrees.
Still.
close the door.
Right? So now if I vent the roof,
Smoke.
Summer.
we're going to really let the gases tear through this thing. Try to kill it.
In case that detector come back.
Yeah. Sorry, you're gonna work the whole day time.
We're at 9 minutes. Still going.
Yeah, it's climbing. 375. Room 2 is almost, well, room 2 is now at 1,000. Room 3 is at 730. Room 4, 90 degrees. So we got 1,000 degree gases going past room 4, and room 4 is 80 degrees. Yeah. Cool down the outside a little bit.
We're at 10 minutes.
This smoke should burn. I'll get my, there we go. Notice where the fire is, right? Not anywhere near the building? What the heck is happening to me?
I think you're too rich.
So those gases will burn. It's
There goes the
437.
detector.
Apparently a smoke detector melts at 437. And room 4 is still only 94 degrees.
I didn't mention it. I noticed it's quiet.
So if we open it up, we can watch what's happening between 2 and 3. Now we can watch those gases. Eventually they'll start blowing fire right out of the roof. Room 2 is 1135. Oh, it's trying.
Still working.
If you hear a detector like that in your house, you got 500 degrees somewhere.
Gotta move now.
I think you get more than 500.
If you can hear it, you got bigger problems than that.
There we go. That is one sturdy detector.
If you've got that and you can hear it, you're in room 4.
So room 4 right now is 100 degrees. There's 1155 going through 2 and 1,000 going through 3.
I think it's out.
Disgruntled on that front. With 540 in the attic. Alright. Now keep in mind, I'm going to close now. I'm going to close the stairway from 2 to 3. And we'll see what it does.
Still ripping.
It pushed it out the front when he closed it.
You see the change?
Yeah. You guys feel it? Oh, yeah.
Slow this bad boy down.
You want more than a booster? Or are you good?
Yeah, just keep it from burning the front of it. So,
Always gotta be one.
I know, right?
Who invited them?
What's interesting to me is the gases that are making it through. We've got the vent from 2 to 3 closed. This one right here is closed, and it's still producing sufficient gases out there, okay? If I shut off, let's see if it's in 3 again. If I shut off 3, so now the attic is shut off. Yeah, now it's going to die
What are you
out.
getting for tech temps in here?
There was enough heat that it was continuing to make flammable gases.
Oh, 14.
Okay.
14
Room 4 is still only 114 degrees. Alright, let's close this up
Hot.
again.
Yeah.
1585.
Alright, so I've opened up 2 to 3 again. Is there any change? I'm gonna open up the attic now, but not the roof. And as we would expect, we get a ton of smoke out of the top, right? And that smoke will burn. Yeah, that stuff probably won't. So what are we getting?
15 plus in here.
Yeah, you guys got on the camera?
Yeah.
122 in room 4, so I will tell you eventually we burn through the floor of room 4. We're still 1,000 in room 2 and 780 in room 3.
That's your close the door
Might be
campaign,
well
room 4 right there.
Yeah. Alright, so everything's open except the attic. Now,
I've never done that.
Don't get too close. You're gonna go up.
that was almost instant fire. You see that?
Why is the floor bouncing?
Oh, they were hot.
For extra track, extra grip. Extra grip for
Our first version of this. That happens to me every time. Our first version of this, we had one of these in 3, and one of my lieutenants had to reach in and get it out. I'm like, no, convert it to a slider. So that's basically free flowing right now. Everything's wide open. She's chugging out of the attic, right?
What are you getting in 4 right now?
There you go.
What are you getting in for?
Room 2 is 1,500. Room 3 is 1,000. The attic is 613. And room 4 is a 145.
Okay.
And hot. They're not even steamed yet.
So now let's make it breathe through
Yeah.
just the attic.
Burn through.
Do you seal everything? You want me to shut that? That might be it.
So now it's breathing just through the attic. Oh, yeah, cool these all
There's a
down
little
bit.
crack right here.
Is there? Yeah, that's all right. Oh, that's okay. You can pull it around.
You go inside first.
So we've dropped a bit though. Room 2 was 1,500. It's down to 1,200. Room 3 is at 1,000. The attic's at 615. But we're making the fire really live through the attic right now, right? So if we open this up, we should see. Oh yeah, we still got a good fire in there though.
Leave it or
Yeah, open up a little bit. Yeah, it's still breathing pretty good in there. Here, close that again. Watch the attic and open that again. Do you hear the change?
Yeah.
Right. So is it drafting? Yeah. 1236,000 still 600 in the attic. Okay. And in room 4 we're at 185, but that's what it looks like. All right. And there's a lot of fire around that room until it fails the floor or the wall. We're up to 190, but
talk about vent enter.
what's that?
Vent enter.
Okay, right. So vent enter search, right? So if I come along to 3, and I'm gonna pop this window and I'm gonna vent enter search that. That's what it's gonna look like. Okay. And it might not even be there. I'll open up the door a little bit. I'm gonna shut this off. All right. So the attic and the roof are shut. Okay, right now the fire is just in 1. The opening from 2 to 3 is open. Okay. So, again, from the ventilator search, right? So the opening right here is open. The opening in the middle of 2 to 3. It's chugging smoke. I force it. Okay. This is exactly what it's going to look like. Now this room's been on fire. Okay, if we'd done this earlier, it wouldn't be that fast. Okay, but that's what that room is going to turn into. Okay, see how it changed the fire down here and basically turned it into an air track in and made this a vent out. You don't want to be in that. But if we shut the door, if we close off, these eventually burn through and fail. What's the difference? Can you survive that room now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, right? If I open that door back up to look into the hallway or start crawling around the hallway, because I want to take a look, that's what it's going to do. Which is why, when you VEIS a room, you don't ever leave the room. Shut the door, you don't leave it, okay? You don't go crawling down the hallway. It's not an exterior entrance search, it's VEIS. Good point. How about that column of flame shooting down through?
Yeah, you lost the interior wall here.
Every one of these is different. So I just opened up access to the attic. Exposure here.
We're gonna do the sidewall to
Yeah.
Is it burning through?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it does that.
Want to poke it?
6-1 on scene, nothing coming. Never mind.
We took a picture instead. But no.
Alright.
exterior wall flare, whatever you want to call
I think we're about half.
Burning through the bottom.
Yeah. I think it's kill it.
I want to poke it.
So,
it. Right through the side of it.
You got fire on the bottom of the front section.
Half went limp.
Water hammer got it.
Pump operator's a little slow on the hydrant. Lost your water supply. You call our tanker.
Oh, there it goes.
hence why, even with resistant attack, you gotta be careful because there's still a ton of heat there.
That was less than 97.
If it's as hot as this thing was, you gotta be careful. So that's really all we can show you, but we got a chance to look at,
You want to vent the attic?
It's getting hot down here. Magic Cup is calling for that.
so now we got steam production, it's safe to open up the attic and we're not gonna get fire extinction. But, so we got a chance to look at pretty much all the stuff. We looked at flashover, rollover, backdraft, no smoke explosions. But we got to see the air track, we got to see the bidirectional flow, the unidirectional flow, we got to see the fire develop, we got to see the high pressure, the low pressure thing. You know, pretty much the important takeaway with this one is controlling openings in the building has drastic effect on the fire. Okay, that's the big takeaway for this one. Yeah, it eventually fails.
You good with the probes?
What's that?
You good with the probes?
Yeah, you can pull them off. They turn off anyways. So does anybody have any questions? That's really our show. So, that's it. Take a look at this later and you can see the different charring levels. So you can see the different heat levels throughout the structure. A lot of times we break it apart with an axe, you can kind of see what was happening. But again, this is room 4, right? And right before we pulled the probes out of it, that was at about 200 degrees. But that's 200 degrees right here, right? So what is it down here? In this case, the fire's directly below it.
Did it ever burn through the floor?
Yes, it did. If you look, there's a very substantial hole.
But it still didn't go up through into the room, really, though.
Oddly enough, no, right? So,
Pressurized. And
even though it burned through the floor in there, that room never got above 200 degrees because there's no air track for it, right? There's no flow path for it.
You see that?
Right through.
much larger than I expected.
I'm wishing you could ladder.
Look at the rest of the room though when it stopped.
Right, because there's no gas flow.
No report to go.
Close your doors. Tell your kids.
Close the pressers. I told them the fire comes from